You know, every time I think about technology and where we are today, I have to think back to where technology used to be. And I'm reminded of this cartoon because most people don't realize before there was Google, there was AOL. Before there was broadband service, there was a loud, annoying dial-up service.
There may be many in the stands that don't even know about AOL.
Yeah. Before Apple was Apple, they produced ugly color computers that nobody wanted. And before there was Facebook, there was a 3-year-old Mark Zuckerberg laying on his bed with a Dr. Seuss book on his face. That's where we came from, and this is where we are now. Mobily engaged through tablets, through phones, through computers, and wearables. It's where the future is, and it's where the future is going. And Kevin, a few years ago, when we took over the mobile team, you know, we went through a lot of struggles. When you're one of the first companies, and we were one of only about a handful of mobile retailers and internet retailers that had a mobile application and a mobile website. And when you're the first adopter, sometimes you go through some growing pains. And we went through a lot of those.
That's a bit of an understatement, yeah.
And it's what's made us today. It's what's made us, you know, more sound, more performance, hungry, as well as more functional. It's also what led us to produce products that our franchise owners are not only using, but also are getting recognized for. 2013 Internet Retailer voted Market America as the top fastest growing mobile website in the world. Not 2, not 3, not 4, the fastest growing, 570% sales growth. And we just turned in our numbers for this past year, and we're in high triple figures again.
A lot of that's thanks to the people here, too.
Absolutely. Well, one of the main reasons for the success is that we had to produce a product that our best consumers would want to use. We knew that our unfranchised owners went to unfranchise.com to conduct their business, whether it be about placing orders, whether it be about checking their sales reports, whether it be about filling out Form 1000. We had to make everything mobilized. And so what we did was, with Unfranchised Mobile, we made sure that no matter where you were, that you could order product, that you could check volume, that you could even do your Form 1000 through your mobile phone, as well as placing preferred customers. Well, we didn't want to just make this just about the US or North America. So actually, Unfranchised Mobile is available in all of our market countries as of today. So whether you're in US, Canada, Mexico, Taiwan, UK, Hong Kong, Australia, and soon to be in Singapore in September, you will have access to Unfranchised Mobile anywhere and everywhere. But you know what? We also had to add another feature, because we know that when the business happens everywhere, and that means that prospects are everywhere. And that means that we need the ability to sign people up or send them a partner now. Now, thousands of people have already used this service, but we want to reiterate again, you can actually sign somebody up on your mobile phone right now. You can send a partner now. They're going to get that partner now, and they're actually going to be taken to a mobile-friendly sign-up so that your prospect's first engagement with the company is seeing a mobile-rich site. Then, if you want to sit down and actually have a full sign-up, you can actually do a full sign-up on your phone or on your iPad and go through the process and actually put that person into the business. Things that we are doing to make sure that your business is really mobile and really can take it anywhere. But you know what, Kevin? One of the things that we had to also do this past year was we had to make shop.com mobile friendly. And we had to spend the time and spend the resources to actually go through and make shop.com a successful mobile website. So tell us a little bit about what we've done with Shop.
For sure. So one thing I want to clear up before we even get into Shop is because there's been some confusion in the field, and that has to do around mobile applications versus mobile websites. And there tends to be some confusion when you're talking about the two. So Shop actually has both, obviously. But what I wanted to point out was for the Shop application, you actually have to go to the iOS store and download it. Whereas with the Shop application for Android, you have to go to the Play Store to download it. Now, there is a difference there. So one of the beauties, though, is that we also have a mobile website, right? And so what that does is it allows us to reach even a bigger demographic because it's available from any phone you use. And we have up here on the screen, we have Safari for your Apple users, and we have Chrome for your Android users. But what you do is you just plug in www.shop.com like you're used to from a desktop, and it'll take you to a mobile-enabled version of shop.com.
But you know what, Kevin? One of the things that I know we struggled with at the beginning, being one of the first adapters into the application space of it, is that it was such new technology that our first try at the application was okay at best. The performance wasn't up to our standards, and we wanted to make sure that we could produce a better product that is more conducive to what our team expects.
So that's why we're so excited about the new Shop mobile app, because it replaces the app, the old app, and it's a million times better. And it's everything from the home screen that welcomes you with the great banners that actually change out content on a regular basis. So you're always seeing something new and fresh, as opposed to just generic stale images that may be a carousel of products and things like that. Instead, we're highlighting great products that are available right now. We also have the product detail page, right? Which right at the top, you have the product image, which is big and bold. And the reason why we do that is because generally speaking, when somebody's buying a product, they want to be able to hold it, feel it, see it. Well, obviously, you can't do that online. So from a mobile perspective, you have to give the user a good image to look at so that they know what they're buying, what they can expect. But one of the other great features about the app is it adds some stuff that isn't available to web browsers. And what I mean by that is you can see here how we have the barcode scanning feature. And this is a great feature for when you're actually in the store and you're wanting a price comparison. You can actually scan the barcode on the back of it, and it'll do a search for you and come back with a list of results that are available on shop.com so you can see how much cash back you're going to earn. We also have there, you can see as well, the autocomplete. So when you're doing a search, it actually looks after it knows what you're looking for. So with just a few simple letters, you can actually determine it knows what you're actually searching for. Now, real quick, one more back for me. I just want to see a hand. Who out there is currently using the Shop app? Because I can tell you right now, it's very exciting that we actually have this app in place and it runs as well as it does. Now, we haven't only worked on just the Shop app, though, because we've also worked on the mobile website. And we launched this back in March, but we haven't stopped doing enhancements and upgrades to it. So we've obviously added travel, and I don't know if anyone's out there seen that we've added travel. One of the beauties of it is generally when you're traveling or been on the road like we are, inevitably you're going to have to change a flight or book a hotel room. And now you have the ability to do that from the palm of your hand and receive cash back as well, which is a great feature to me. We also have added the A to Z store. So some people have a brand affinity or brand loyalty. I myself like to buy shoes from Finish Line. Steve's a bit of he's a Nike guy. So he winds up hitting up the Nike store a little more than I do. But what this does is it enables you to do a search for the exact store that you want to buy from and easily find it without having to thumb through pages of content. Lastly, it's kind of it's a bit of there's a background story. It's our first iteration of what we call responsive adaptive design. And what it allows us to do is have one code base against all platforms. So we now have one code base for the desktop site, for the tablet site, for the mobile site. And if one day we decide we want to go televisions, it's the same code base, so it doesn't matter. And it's changed one time across the board. But
there are challenges with that.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things that when we built Unfranchised Mobile, we built it in a mobile framework. And that mobile framework was going to make sure that every single device saw the right resolution of that screen. And what we wanted to do was, with Shop, was we wanted to be that responsive, adaptive design, so that no matter what device you were on, it was going to respond to it. Now, what happens is that when you're trying to do that, when you've already got products out there, you're taking a 50-pound bag of potatoes, and you're trying to squeeze it into a 30-pound bag of potatoes for an iPad, and then you're trying to take it and squeeze it into a 10-pound for a phone. And it's just not the best UI. It doesn't perform the way it should. So what we have done now with Shop.com is that we are starting from the 10-pound bag first, then moving to the 30, then moving to the 50, so that across the board it's running perfectly from a performance standpoint. Now we're going to show you here where the performance has taken us.
It's grown pretty exponentially. So here we have Google Page Speed Insights. And what this is basically is an analytic tool that tells you how a given site is running when it comes to speed and efficiency. So here we have two of the bigger online retailers, Amazon and Target. And you can see where Amazon here has scored a 64 out of 100. Now you kind of have to understand that it's really difficult to get anything above a 70 because of how many different nuances go into programming a specific site. So they're doing actually pretty good where Target's falling behind a little bit. But when we launched in March, we had this great hope and wanted really to come out with a great site that had a great UI, a great look and feel.
Right.
And we're hoping that the functionality and the efficiency would be there. Well, needless to say, we were a little disappointed. We came in with a 39 out of 100. Now, it's tough for me and Steve to stomach this and come up in here and really tell you this. But we knew it was important because we set a goal and worked with the Monterey team to make sure that it got better. And we cut out a lot of the fat. We didn't want to add a bunch of enhancements because we knew that from a mobile device, it had to be fast.
Because we knew that to be competitive in the market, to be that fastest growing mobile retailer, we not only had to be comparable to the big boys, we also had to excel past them. So we wanted to make sure that when you had the Ferrari, that you had the engine to go with the Ferrari. So we made that decision to work with Monterey. We built it up, and this was as of August 1st.
So we nearly doubled.
So now we got a screaming Ferrari that's got the engine to go with it, not to mention the fact our 75 speed rating is faster than Amazon's mobile website and faster than Target's mobile website.
But obviously, as we had speed enhancement, we also couldn't just stop with one country. So we rolled out those same speed enhancements and the site for Canada, as well as Taiwan. And Taiwan has seen exponential growth. And what's great is you have the same consistent UI look and feel, but with double-bit characters, right?
Right.
And we also have added the A to Z product store page, or the store page, A to Z store page. And the big thing about that is it actually shows you store retailers that have local deals. So you can walk in the store and actually receive deals from them. And so again, from a mobile standpoint, when you have the phone in your hand, you actually are always walking around. Let's say you're walking around maybe Taipei, and you want to be able to walk into a store, and hey, they actually offer cash back on the spot. That'd be pretty great, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. And the thing is that what we've also noticed is that sometimes in the US, we get a little bit spoiled. We don't realize just how well we have it with the great broadband service that's available everywhere, the great Wi-Fi service that's available everywhere. In some of these international markets, they live on their phone. That is their one and only point of entry into the internet. And so what we found is that when we've launched products in Taiwan and Hong Kong, the sales have actually exceeded, on many cases, what's done in the United States and Canada, because they are growing up with these attached to their hands. And so even in Singapore, for example, Singapore is something like top 70
Yep.
when it comes to internet retail,
Yep.
but they're the 5th largest when it comes to mobile sales. And so that's why it's so important that we build for what the market wants.
Correct.
So Kevin, I got to ask you a question. When do the rest of the countries get their shop.com mobile?
Right now. I mean, why couldn't you have a PC in any given country in the world?
Right.
So what we have here is we have Singapore launching in September, Hong Kong in October, and then you can see UK, Australia, and Mexico are February, because we all know everybody wants a piece of the pie. So we wanted to give you timelines so you know when it's coming. But, like I was just alluding to a minute ago, we're not going to stop there, because those are just market countries. But you could have a PC anywhere in the world, so what do we have for them?
But you know, I mean, you're right, Kevin, because OPC3 should not only be in 8 countries. OPC3 should be sold around the world. And this is what the market is. This is who's shopping, whether via internet or online or on a mobile phone. Whether you're in Russia, whether you're in, let's see here, Zimbabwe, South Africa, does not matter where you are.
I have a customer in Yemen.
We want to make sure that your customer can enjoy our products. And much like Mark launched global.shop.com, you know, last year, we wanted to make sure that we were mobile friendly for that. So what we launched this past week was global.shop.com. So now, when you type in on your mobile browser global.shop.com, your customer will now be taken to this area where they will select what language they want as well as what countries they want to ship to. Then they will be taken to this new homepage. This homepage has got interactive banners that will actually swipe up, feeling like you're in an application, but really within the mobile browser. Plus, this was a big deal for us, is that we wanted to make sure that it was country specific. If I live in Spain, I use euros to buy things, not US dollars. So everything is in the euros if I'm coming in from Spain. So it is country friendly because it is made for me, the country. Do you like this? Now, one thing we want, you know, one thing's been kind of bugging us. And one of our top products, one of our top internet services is ShopBuddy. And what you have to realize is that not everything that is done on a web page is also can be done on a mobile web page. The Java, you know, certain technologies that exist within ShopBuddy do not make it just a seamless transaction into the mobile world. So what we wanted to do was we wanted to create the ultimate companion for you and your customers when you're on the road. So we want to show you a little bit about ShopBuddy mobile applications.
So does everybody out there use ShopBuddy? I mean, it's great for coupons, but who wouldn't want coupons in their pocket as well, right? Okay, so what we did, we have ShopBuddy Mobile, and here you have the sign in and sign up page, where from the same page, if you're an existing shop.com user, you can use your existing username and password here and sign in. If you're new, then you can sign up on this page as well. Now, what we do is we take you through an interview process to get to an understanding of what sort of coupons you're looking for, because we don't want to serve you up garbage content. So we actually have an interview process where you answer a few questions for us, so that when we take you over to the home page, you can actually see customized coupons for you. Now, you can obviously see this isn't mine, because I wouldn't be looking for lipstick, I'm just saying. But up in the top left-hand corner, we have the main menu navigation. It's very familiar. So in here, you'll see stores, categories, your settings for customization, things like that. And we have a little touch point here to show you how to close the menu, and it brings you back to the home page, right? So once you're here, we also have one of my favorite features, and I think they're going to get excited about it, is the ability to save coupons. And so when you touch that top right-hand link, you can see that you now have a list of coupons that are available to you at any given time. And what this means is, so you may not want to buy a specific product at that point, but you have the ability to save it to your saved coupons. And we keep track of all the expired coupons so that you always know that whenever you go to this little sliding panel, it's always going to be good, relevant content. So again, we have a little sliding panel there. This is another feature that's new. Some of you may have seen it before, but in general, when you do search, it can be a little cumbersome because there's multiple steps to it. So the mobile group tried to think of a different way to do this and try and take a few of the steps out. So you can see here we're doing a search for Nike, and you're about 3 characters in, and it realizes you're potentially looking for Nike. Well, you may be looking for shoes or apparel or a specific Nike, just the Nike store. Well, it already knows that and gives that option to you in advance so that it's one less step of filtering or sorting that you have to go through. So if you click, we go ahead and click on shoes here. You're a big Nike fan.
Right.
So we click on shoes. You can see the 2 tags or filters up at the top that have Nike as well as shoes. But you also see where you can close those 2 if you need to with a little X. So maybe you want to get rid of one of the filters, and maybe you want to close shoes and go look for apparel. But if you want to, on the next slide, you can also see where you have the little plus icon available, and you can actually add an additional category if you want. Now here, if you press and hold on any one of those given coupons, you actually have the option to do 3 things. Clip a coupon, which is basically saving it. You have the ability to like a coupon, or you have the ability to share a coupon. And because we know that generally speaking, a lot of times you may want to share a specific link to a potential preferred customer so that you can actually get them signed up with an easy reg process all through downloading this application. Now, is this something that you guys would be interested in having with you all the time? As well, what about your preferred customers? I mean, the ability to grow the business with this product alone is pretty exponential. It's something that we're very excited about.
Right, because what this does is that, first of all, the Shop Buddy application will be available the 1st of October. So that's when we're going to be going live with it. Now, the future thinking about this is that this is just the start. Adding coupons, being able to use those coupons, save those coupons, and be able to save and offer your consumers a way to save and earn cash back is just the first piece of the puzzle. The next piece of the puzzle is what this allows us to do. What this now will allow us to do is, because we are doing some geo-tracking and geolocation, we are actually going to know where your consumer is. And in an additional phase, be able to see that Tony Bowling is going into a Target. And we are going to be able to see that Tony likes the store Target. So we are going to push him deals within Target. Now, the ultimate goal is that Tony can then be able to use those coupons to be able to receive those credits in the store while also receiving the IBV for that. That's where the future is going to take us. That's what the 2nd and 3rd and 4th phases are. So this is just the beginning. This is just the tip of the iceberg. We will, I have a feeling, repeat as the fastest growing mobile website in the world.
Without a doubt.
Because it is not about just the products that we're producing for you. It is something that no other retailer has in the industry. And that is you, the unfranchised owner. You are what make the product. You are what make it happen. Thank you so much for being the fastest growing. God bless.